Good morning, everyone. I'd like to call to order the September 18th Airport Authority meeting. Would you all please stand for an invocation? TJ, please.
Sure. Heavenly Father, we are so grateful and thankful for this opportunity to gather and make decisions on behalf of our great airport. We ask you to guide us and give us the courage to fulfill your will and the wisdom to fulfill your will. We ask for the safety and well-being of everyone here today and beyond, the operators of our airport, the users of our airport, and the citizens that we serve, especially our first responders and our military as they work so hard every day to keep us safe and free. And all in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A reminder to turn off your cell phones, please. Roll call.
Good morning, everyone. Mr. Leskovich?
Here.
Mr. Swellen?
Here.
Mr. Carr?
Present.
Mr. Hasek?
Here.
Mr. Parrish?
Here.
Mr. Thornberry?
Here.
Thank you.
I'd like to remind the board members that to speak up in your mic. We had some folks mention that we needed to speak up. Okay. Citizen input. Anyone wish to address the authority on any agenda item? Seeing no one come forward. Item 6, any additions or deletions to the agenda?
None from me, sir.
Nothing from board members. Consent agenda.
Employee recognition.
Oh, missed that one, sorry.
This will be the longest part of the meeting.
Which is great. Good morning, Commissioners, Mr. Parrish. This morning we'd like to recognize Wesley Wolfhope, our Airside Operations Technician, on attaining his CCAA ACE Operations certification. Right. What this certification does is proves that Wesley has the knowledge in safety, 139 compliance, and all-around airport operations, mainly focused at commercial airports, and that he's attained this certification through self-study and shows his testament to his career development and the airport here. So I'd like to congratulate him and join me in congratulating Wesley. Thank you.
That's what Steve was saying.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Good morning, Commissioners and James. It's my pleasure to introduce Brian Bond. He's the Supervisor of Terminal Operations and Parking. Brian has been a valued member of the airport staff for over 7 years. He started with the airside team and transitioned about 3 years ago over to the terminal operations side. And today it is both an honor and a privilege to formally recognize and congratulate Brian for achieving the CCAA CM certified member designation. It's prestigious and it marks a significant milestone in his career. It speaks to the volume of Brian's dedication, perseverance, and pursuit of excellence. You know, balancing both the demands of a full-time role, family responsibilities, and rigorous preparation for the CM exam. It is a 180 question test. You got 3 hours to complete that, which is about a minute question, so it's a pretty tough test. So on behalf of the airport staff, please join me in congratulating Brian on his well-deserved accomplishment. We're grateful to have you on the PGD team. And so, well done, Brian.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else? I'll do Brett.
Okay.
Brett, go ahead and just stand up. So Brett wasn't here last meeting because he was at the races. But Brett also completed his CM a few months ago. So we want to congratulate him. Brett comes to us from the construction world. He and I have worked together for many years, and it was great to get him on our team. But from the construction world, the aviation world, slightly different. So we're encouraging all of our staff to pursue their AAE, and this is the first step in that. And I want to congratulate Brett for passing the test and getting a CM and working towards his AAE. So congratulations, Brett.
So this is a difficult one for us.
I don't know why we're giving an award, honestly.
So Mike has been with the airport for a little over 11 years now and has grown from starting out in the fueling department at the FBO, where he moved up to supervisor, transitioned over to airside operations, where he gained a lot of knowledge on the airfield there, and then transitioned into the manager of safety and security. Over that time, he's developed the SMS program for the airport, improved the badging operation, kept us in compliance with TSA. We recently just had a cybersecurity inspection that he worked with JR on to make sure that we passed with flying colors with that, and all of our TSA inspections that we have annually as well. Mike has, through his development, continued to grow, and in that he has decided to take a position at Dallas Love Field as the superintendent of security, which is quite a step up from manager of safety and security. So we're happy to see that he's growing and continuing to grow. We're sad that it's not here with us anymore, but we're hoping that maybe he'll be back this side of the country one day. So congratulations, Mike. We're very proud of you, and we thank you for being a member of our team and all the contributions that you've had over the years here at PGD. I'll read this real quick. In recognition of your significant contributions to the safety and security of the Punta Gorda Airport, your dedication has ensured PGD's resilience, enhanced emergency preparedness, and fostered a culture of safety and security. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. For those folks that are watching us via YouTube, I'd like to mention we always talk in acronyms, but AAAE stands for the American Association of Airport Executives, which is a professional organization of those involved in airport management. And the recognition that these folks have been through in working on into their certification, then on to their accreditation is a big achievement. It takes a lot of time, a lot of study, including interviews and testing by your peers in the industry. It's almost like getting your CPA, and almost as good as getting a law degree. Take a shot. But anyway, it's quite an achievement, and Ray LaRocque happens to be in the mentor program, so he has an opportunity to help some of these folks through the testing process. And there's 3 or 4 different parts to it nowadays. So with that, we'll now move on to the consent agenda. Okay, I'm going to ask for a motion.
Mr. Chair, I'll move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor? Aye. Okay, on to one of the big items on the agenda is the adoption of our fiscal year 2025-26 final budget. Mr. Parrish, any additions, changes that need to be noted?
So the final budget looks just like the one you guys approved, the preliminary budget at the last meeting. We've made no changes to it since that point. It's been advertised in the paper and is ready to be approved.
Motion, please.
I will move to adopt line item 9, adopting the fiscal year 2025-26 final budget.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you.
The next item is to accept the budget resolution 2025-09 as presented in your packet.
I move to approve the budget resolution as presented.
Second.
Any further discussion?
My only question, Mr. Parrish, or I guess maybe it's to Mr. Carr, it says effective immediately. Is our budget October 1st?
Budget year starts October 1st, but the budget, as soon as the resolution's done, the budget's
It's set.
set.
Okay.
No further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you.
Secretary Treasurer's report. Steve?
In my review of everything, it appears everything is going well, but Mr. Parrish, if you could expound upon it.
Well, we'll look at the financial review year-to-date. This is for July, the month of July, which is a very good month for us, always. It wasn't always, but lately, summer has become July has become the second busiest month of the year. March always being the busiest month in Florida, but very good month for us. We were over budget in revenue, a little over budget in expenses, but still positive overall, and the margins continue to be slightly above our budgeted margins, so everything's good on that side. We've been working hard on our accounts receivables. We've moved on a lot of those, and they're back down to about $11,000 total in accounts receivables, 90 days or over. So we're happy to report that, and our balance sheet continues to grow. So as we finish projects, the balance sheet grows, and we are paying those off with cash, so it's always a good thing. So, any questions? You guys have the details on the PFCs as well as the check register. So if you ever have any questions on those, please don't hesitate to ask. Call staff, and we can go over anything.
Okay. Moving on to liaison reports. I'll start off with the City Council, Punta Gorda. I've contacted them, haven't gotten any response. There's nothing on their forthcoming either budget agenda or normal agenda that would be of concern to the airport authority. Sean?
Yep, I have nothing to report.
Mr. Thornberry?
The MPO has not had a meeting since our last report, or my last report. There is a meeting the end of this month. There is a joint EDP meeting with the Charlotte County Chamber of Commerce coming up at this time next week. I hope anybody who's able to attend will do so. The topic of discussion is going to be primarily around the sales tax initiative. Other than that, I have nothing further to report.
I'd like to mention the MPO will be doing a presentation on their long-range plan next month here at our meeting. So.
Okay, Mrs. Coppola is not here this morning and have no report on her behalf concerning the community and school board.
I have nothing to add.
Okay. Moving on. Attorney's report.
Yes, sir, thank you. That report, we have no pending lawsuits and no substantive issues outstanding. Legal issues.
You're doing a good job.
Excellent. Get an award.
Upon your retirement. Thank you. Okay.
Ms. Miller did turn me into James. That was apparently 6 hours too slow in getting back to me.
Moving on. CEO's report. Mr. Parrish, development update.
Start off
You're
with
up.
the development update, and I'll pass that to Mr. White, and he can talk about all the stuff that he's managing right now.
Very good. So we'll get started. I'll just give you a brief update. If y'all have any questions, ask me. And it always stands if anyone wants to do a tour on site or anything, we're always open. Can give everyone tours if we want. The Air Center apron expansion, that's going out to bid today. That's going to fill in the grass areas over at the Air Center, allow us for more parking spaces. So that'll be out to bid for about a month, and then those will get due. The plan is to start that after the first of the year. The Golf Course Challenger Boulevard, still working on funding with that, working with the FAA, working with local delegation, working with the county. We spoke about it a little bit the other day at the MPO TAC meeting. There is a big need for that, and we're working forward, trying to secure funding, and anything after the first year, we can get moving on that. That project is 90% designed. Master Drainage Plan update, we're finalizing the plans, put those out to bid, do a little work. We're currently filling in the pond on the south of maintenance. You can see them hauling dirt currently right now from behind us. That is going well. The new FBO hangar was approved at last board meeting. We're finalizing the permit. The permit is ready. They have a couple things they need to drop off to the county to pick that up, and we're finalizing the contract with them on that. The perimeter road, phase 2A, that is on for board approval today. The plan is to start that after the air show. Currently in construction, our new ARF truck, that's still on schedule for the end of the year. We spoke with them last week. Our inline baggage system, the building itself is almost complete on the outside. They're completing the dumpster enclosure or generator enclosure, which the generator gets delivered next week. Inside the building, if you haven't toured that in a while, there's a lot going on. We've had our equipment from TSA was installed a month ago, working on testing all the equipment, starting to run bags through the system. We have our ISAT scheduled with TSA. It's been a lot to get to this point in the project, but a lot of things are starting to come together. So we're still on schedule to try to finalize that by the end of this year and get it turned over, which will be good during our peak season. But we're starting to get towards the end of that one. The M&O facility, you can see we're having our privacy wall installed currently right now. That's going good. Everything looks good on that end. The CTC aviation facility, the roof is almost dried in. They're starting to final rough the parking lot, and we're still on track. We've had a little bit of delays in the windows for that building to get our CO right about the first of the year. Our commercial terminal expansion, we had a big update last week. We switched phases, and we currently have 4 plane spots closed down. We closed 2 gates in the terminal. They're working on currently the center section and getting our passenger tunnels installed. So they're going to work on the slab in that section, work on the apron, on doing the trench drain out in the spots. So there's a lot of site work going on. We're trying to pick up steam on that one. We have to be done by middle of October, end of October. So when Allegiant has more planes come down, once we hit our busy season, we have to have those spots open and ready. So we're pushing towards that. Our north side infrastructure development, we finalized the utility turnover with the city. That was board approved at last meeting. I have that recorded, and that package is turned into the city. I assume not this month, but on next month's city council agenda will be the approval of that for them taking over those utilities. Our taxiway C reconstruction, that project, we were ahead of schedule. The rain has hampered us a lot on that. We're currently looking to get densities. They're working on base. We are behind. We're supposed to be paving already on that. We can't do much with the weather and rain, but we have plans to work through that. The air show is the big contender on that, and we were hoping to be 100% complete with that project by the air show. That is not going to happen where we are now. So we've made contingencies, working with the contractor to get operational for the air show. The taxiway A, which is immediately following the taxiway C, will probably start after the first of the year. We're going to start that after the air show, but we'll have to finish taxiway C, C, D. And our Building 97 replacement, which is the old Air Trek, the demo has started this week of that hangar building. The tenant is moved out into 101. They currently have demoed all the office space inside that building, and I imagine the hangar metal building portion will start coming down next week sometime. So we have a lot going on. Like I said, any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to give anyone a tour anytime. The inline baggage facility is really one be good to go look at. There's a lot going on there.
Is the delay on taxiway C going to cause any impediment to the air show?
No, sir, it will cause none. We stopped it. It was supposed to go into Alpha. There's supposed to be a closure on 422. We're not going to do that at this time because it's too close to the air show. And with the weather, the rain unknown, you know, we're in a good spot right now. I was hoping to be further, but the last 3 weeks, you know, it rains, dries out, rains more. We can't get the compaction to pass.
The funding on the GA ramp, do we have that?
It's
In process.
FDOT. Yeah, that was part of the legislative
Last year.
award last year or 2 years ago.
For the North Side project, that was part of that as well.
Okay. And you mentioned you closed 4 gates.
2 gates, 4 plane spots.
So how's that working out?
So right now, Allegiant only has 8 planes based out of here. If they were to bring in a 9th plane, we have a hard stand for that.
So we planned on shutting down 4 gates over the summer when they shrink from
Shrink their
12
schedule.
to 8. So the hard stop is when they go back to 10 and then 12 during season. So we're
One of the gates that's closed is gate 4. They don't use that at all anyway. So really gate 5 being the only gate that impacts them slightly. With the aircraft spread out on the apron right now, they're mainly using 6, 6A, and then 1, 2, and 3 to the south. So it works operationally. The tunnels will be in by mid-October, and that'll give them 1 more gate door than they had before. We're also working through trying to keep most of gate 6 and 6A open with reworking the exit lane to be able to keep that open, the existing exit lane breach control system, without putting the new one in until a later time, so we can keep the gate space.
So the building's got to get pretty crowded then.
Well, in the baggage handling system project, we have 2 new gates in that project.
Right.
To get to those, we have to remove the existing screening area and rehab that, which won't take long. Once the baggage system turns over to the new one, they'll immediately start on demo in that area, and we'll gain another 300 or so seat area for gates if they need to get into gate 6 and 6A. So we'll end up by mid-season having more gate space than we have now.
Okay, thank you. Any
When
other?
do they pick up? When is their season pick up?
late
End of
October.
November. And we do have weekly meetings with Allegiant, with headquarters and local staff here every Monday to keep them abreast of what's going on. They're fully aware of it. We coordinate everything with them. Any closures we do, they're aware of everything.
Thank you. Marketing?
Marketing.
Ms. Miller?
Hi, good morning. I want to start off by having Casey Magliozzi come up, and she's going to give us a brief update. She's our compliance and communications manager. She helps me with a lot of creative, fun stuff, but also works on the compliance things that we have to do and special events. So she's going to tell us a little bit about a recent project that she worked on.
Last month, we hosted a travel training day in partnership with Goodwill Pathways to Opportunity and Quality Independence. These individuals, they have developmental disabilities, so they basically give them like field days to try to teach them about everyday living. So we basically took them through the whole journey of traveling by plane. A lot of them had never been on a plane, so it was arriving, check-in, security, the plane taking off. And one of the most impactful moments, I thought, was going through the security. So a lot of them thought that putting their belongings through the scanner, they weren't going to get them back. Because again, that's a developmental disability. So just the confidence of them going through, seeing what it was like, really built their confidence in that. And then the highlight of the day was seeing them watch the plane take off. Unfortunately, they could not get on the plane. We weren't able to do that with Allegiant, but they saw the plane take off and they all cheered and clapped, and it was really great. Like, they were super excited about it. So you could see like how meaningful it was for them. And then about 1 week later, we heard back from staff that one of the families had gained so much confidence from the actual training that they took a family vacation together that they hadn't been able to do in over 30 years. So it was like just really cool to see the confidence that they built from this training experience. And it was just nice to give back to our community. And so I just want to thank the PGD staff and the stakeholders that did participate in this to kind of show these members of our community that, hey, you may have a disability, or just give their family confidence to actually travel by plane. So it was great.
Thanks, Casey.
And Casey coordinated with Allegiant and ASM screening management and our staff, and she did a lot of coordination to make that happen. So we appreciate that a lot. And she also works with the Sunflower Program, which is one of those programs where people can request a sunflower lanyard or pin, and our staff's trained to understand that that might be a hidden disability. So someone might need a little bit more time. They could have a disability that you're not aware of. So we're trying really hard to accommodate our special needs passengers. What were you going to ask?
When did this take place?
It was about a month ago.
End of August.
Was the media there
No,
or involved?
and I believe Goodwill shared it with the media. Allegiant's a little bit sensitive about putting too much out in the media. So it was one of those things that was shared within the Goodwill channels heavily, and we wanted to share with you as well
I don't
about
see our
that.
friendly reporter in the room, but, I mean, this is, in my opinion, front page newsworthy. You know, this is excellent.
We'll be happy
you know.
to share that with them and put them in touch with the right Goodwill person that can speak about it
Yeah.
on our
And it
behalf
was
as well.
This is the kind of
Our-
stuff I like to read about, not some of the stuff that's on the front page, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was our first time doing it. I think it was a success, and I think being able to maybe do it once a year, like in the summertime when it's slow, I hope that we can maybe do it again next year. So.
Awesome, great job.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, you have your report for the month in your packet, and then I also provided a little bit more information about Fly PGD Media Solutions, and that's what we've named our in-house advertising program. We've just gotten started a few months ago when we hired Susie Smith, our sales and marketing manager, and so I just want to give you a quick update on the progress we've made so far. We've developed a media kit, which is really a package that shows what we have to offer. This is the first initial media kit because we don't have all the terminal advertising inventory until 2026. So this has opportunities at the Air Center for advertising, the rental car center, even flags outside or boarding ramps or other exterior building opportunities as well. So this is kind of our first step with that. We developed a logo and a website. We did a virtual tour of the rental car center, which is on this website. It's flypgd.com/advertise, or it's under the main tabs under business opportunities and visitor info. You can find this on our website pretty easily. And the rental car center, many of y'all have seen already. I believe you all came to the opening, which was great. So a couple other things that we've, just to show you what we've done so far with our initial investments are those digital screens in the rental car center. There's a large LED screen and 2 large LCD screens. We also have a new brochure rack inside the rental car center, which we call the Welcome Center brochure display. And the rendering at the top left is what we're going to be building in the next couple weeks, which is a large cabinetry center for brochures for our partners and that are advertising, and our chamber partners as well. We have an agreement with them to have their Punta Gorda Chamber and Charlotte County Chamber guides and that. And the idea is to kind of clean up the terminal a little bit too, so instead of having as many acrylic racks on the ground, they can all be in one location. And we're working with the Tourism Bureau for them to sponsor the large LED digital display above that, so that video wall will have their messaging, their partners, their tourism experiences shown there in bright, beautiful color right as everyone leaves the airport. Whether they're standing in line waiting for their bags or whether they're just walking out, that area is right as you exit bag claim to exit the building. It's right on the right there. So it's really high visibility, and we're really excited about that new amenity that's going to be in the terminal. So coming up next is on the agenda, it's actually the first phase of the Bailey Terminal screen replacement. And so that's something that's budgeted for in next budget year, so it's already incorporated in the budget, but that's on your agenda to approve. And that includes 3 large video walls, 2 additional ones in bag claim, because those are really the highest demand. 1 large one in the ticketing area that can also be used in TSA screening in the future once renovations are done, as well as 8 large LCD 100-inch screens. And it was important that we invested in the right screens at the right time, knowing that all this construction's going on. So the LED screens are going to be in places generally where they will be staying for the future. And the LCD smaller screens will be able to be moved around as construction continues and the renovations complete. So we really thought through making sure that those investments in those screens are at the right time in the right place. And this is that first step. So January 2nd, everyone's right when they get back from vacation, we're having our partner I2 Visual being installing those that first week in early January. So you guys will be able to see some fantastic new advertising opportunities. And some of those screens will also have our new FIDS, GIDS, BIDS, which are the flight information displays. We'll have some of that information rotating, and we'll also have whatever messaging we want to get out and share with people. We'll have the ability to control those screens as well. So it's pretty cool, and we're really excited about that next step in the terminal expansion. We also have developed several trade value partnerships with iHeartMedia, the Chambers, as I mentioned, the VCB, even Fisherman's Village Suites. They offered us this free stay for a contest. So this new FlyPGD Media Solutions and working with Susie and our community, it gives us so much more freedom to do some trade value things where we get exposure and advertising, and so does the partner. Some other examples of contracts that have been signed that for paid advertising at the rental car center and the air center are listed here. So we are making progress with having revenues coming in, and the rental car center is about 10 to 15% of the total passenger volume goes through the rental car centers. So the fees that we charge advertisers is much more reasonable because it's proportionate to the number of passengers that go through there. We also have some other things that are going on. We're going to start a monthly update to our newsletters via email. And Susie's been working really hard building relationships with potential advertisers and current advertisers, and is doing follow-ups, as well as looking for opportunities to share our messages with potential advertisers. Internally, of course, it's taken a lot of work to set up contracts and start with this invoice and billing that we had never done before in this particular arena, which was pretty interesting, but the finance team was very helpful with all of that. And we're also working with Lamar and Audrey, their salesperson, to transition the current advertisers that we have at the Bailey terminal, hopefully to us, where she gets an incentive referral fee for helping us do that. And then those advertisers will become ours in the 2026. So it's very exciting, making a lot of progress. We appreciate you all referring potential businesses to us, and we hope that we can serve the community and give our potential advertisers and partners some great exposure. that's pretty much the update for that. Oh, I'll go to airport ops, because I'm sure that Ray wants to talk about this. But if y'all have any questions, let me know.
One question. Have you guys done any data research on dwell time in the main passenger terminal building? How long are they sitting there before
Yes,
Allegiance puts
we
them
actually
on
have
the
great
airplane?
data for that. Placer AI is our mobile location service that we use, and they added kind of points of interest within the terminal. So for example, we know people waiting and ticketing are there for 38 minutes approximately. TSA screening and the departures area is kind of one right now. That's 89 minutes. We know that they're in bag claim for 34 minutes, and we know they're in rental car center for about 26 minutes. So that information is very helpful as we share that with advertisers, and we continue to hone in on that using technology, which is pretty awesome.
And does the pricing follow those times? Or
That's
does?
what I'm hoping, because a lot of times in the past, advertisers have not been as interested in the ticketing queue because they think, well, people are just checking in and leaving. And when we can show them, hey, people are hanging out there for about a half hour, this is a great opportunity to reach your potential audience, then that will help us. Most of the time people think bag claim and they think that's where we want to capture them because they're going out into the world, which it is, it's still good, but we also want to show them, hey, there's other opportunities too. And of course, departures area makes sense because it's about an hour and a half. People are waiting until they get on their plane. That's good news. That means that people are arriving at least 2 hours early. So we appreciate that. Yes, so those numbers definitely are helpful in telling the story of the passenger journey through check-in all the way to departures and then arrivals.
Interesting. Thank you. Moving on, aviation report.
Good morning again, Commissioners. I think this was our best August ever, so looking at the numbers here, we're pretty flat as far as total airport operations, but that is staying with the trend of our about maxed out on our total operations monthly. As far as passengers go, we were up 10,000 passengers roughly over the same month previous year, which is about an 8% increase for the month. We're still right at 20% increase in passenger traffic for year over year currently.
One thing, if I could point out, Kaylee got the reports yesterday. It was 90% load factor for the month for June.
Really?
Yeah.
90%?
Yeah,
That's
pretty high.
One thing, again, avgas up, that shows in trend with our operations, with the flight schools especially. We're selling a lot of avgas off the truck. The FBO is staying busy through the summer, which is great for us. Self-serve is the same way. We're seeing that pretty much cap out at about 13,000 gallons monthly. And Jet A was up over previous year for the first time in about 6 months. So we're seeing a lot of traffic in the summer again, contributing to our good financial position. Airline gallons pumped, that goes in line with the increase in air carrier operations as well. Happy to answer any questions for you.
Okay. I'd like to mention that for the public that's watching, a number of months ago we started a thing called Tenant Talks. This is a monthly meeting. It's on the third Wednesday. It starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. And that's where any of our airport tenants can come and have a cup of coffee and hear updates from the staff. There are a lot of rumors that go on an airport, and usually I hear the stories, and there's always 3 sides to every story, and all 3 of them are usually wrong. So there's a good opportunity, and we had one on Monday, and it was really good. And it kind of calms the natives down, and they actually hear what's really happening, especially when you're getting rates and charges and this kind of stuff. And we, I just sit there, let the staff run it, and that's what they're supposed to do.
We've had a lot of really good feedback and ideas from the tenants as well about things that we can improve on, which is great for making the airport as a whole better. So we appreciate
they tend to see things that staff doesn't see, and so.
No, it's been a good addition. We had a tenants association years ago, and I guess we solved all their problems because they dissipated after a while. And I think that was a good thing, but as we have significantly grown since then. So I think the once a month, once every other month, however it goes, Tenant Talks is a good opportunity for the airport community to talk to staff and hear what's really going on. Construction, rates and charges, meetings, airline, just a good opportunity. And we, Ray runs them, and then he brings in whatever expert he needs to talk about certain things.
Yeah, it also has an opportunity for interaction between the tenants among themselves, which is always helpful. Okay. Any old business?
No old business, sir.
New business, Mr. Parrish.
First item of new business is a contract for the South Perimeter Road. It's part of our master plan to build the perimeter road in, I think, 3 phases. This is the south section. Go from EAA around the 15 or the 3-3 end and the 4 end, and then over to the fence line. This is funded through bill money, FAA at 90%. PFCs will cover the other 10%. The original engineer's estimate for this was $4.1 million. We had a number of bidders. The low bidder for bid alt 1, which is our preferred, was E.O. Koch Construction at $1.91 million, which is significantly lower than our estimate. So I think construction contractors, obviously as many as we got to bid on it, they're a little bit hungrier for work. So we're excited. The remaining $2 million will be transferred over to the Taxiway A project. So we're happy for that because we were short on some funds on that project.
You going with the base bid, or are you going with
bid alt? We're going to go with bid alt 1.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a crushed aggregate basis, but so this is a dirt road, a gravel road that'll extend from EAA around the runways. It's our daily fence line inspection. We have to do it 3, 4, 5 times a day, depending on how it is. And we've actually totaled a vehicle on that road once because of the wetness, and maybe someone driving too fast. He's not here anymore, so I can't say. But this will be a great improvement. It's very wet on that part of the airport. So,
how much does that get you all the way around? 70?
That gets us about a third of the bad sections. So we'll have 2 more projects
to make the complete.
Yeah, the complete loop.
Okay.
Do you have an idea when the other 2 sections or the?
Brett?
The north section is currently designed. It was part of the whole Challenger Boulevard when we take out the Golf Course Boulevard here. We're waiting on funding for that. The other section has not been designed at all.
Yeah.
That is in the way outer years. We're probably going to pick that up again on the master plan and probably move that up. Perimeter roads are always good to have. The ultimate goal is to have a solid surface around the entire fence. A lot of the bigger airports have paved roads, but it's one of those things where when we're doing the master plan or we're doing the outlook, what is the current need for the airport right now? Perimeter road seems to always take a back seat. Sometimes with funding, we'd rather see that go elsewhere. But the design for the final phase will probably, I would say within the next 5 years, have it designed. And then depending upon what our needs are, that will go out and get bidding constructed.
Yeah, if not for the bill money, the bipartisan infrastructure bill, this would not have been funded. It's just not a high priority project. So we're excited to get it done because this is the worst section of it.
Well, it looks like that we're not really paying, we're not paying for any of it.
No, that's, that's the idea. We pay into this trust fund and then we have to beg to get the money back, so.
A lot of this on the south end, it's not just the road, there's a lot of drainage. The south end where this road is being constructed, a lot of the water sheet flows to the west from there. So a lot of this price, it's not just, throwing a dirt road down and grade, it's a lot of drainage is included in that.
Unfortunately, on these perimeter roads, that's the majority of the cost, is
Drainage.
making sure you're not blocking the water and flooding things.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve South Perimeter Road as presented.
I'll second the motion.
Been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye opposed, same sign, motion carries.
The next item is the digital screen upgrades for the terminal, which Ms. Miller has already covered. Thank you. I don't have to say much on that one. This is in the budget that you just approved, so the contracts will be let October 1 for January install. So this is $247,398.
Move to approve as presented.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Same sign, motion carries. Any public comments concerning anything on the agenda or just anything at all? Hearing none. Commissioners' comments. Steve, anything?
Congratulations to Wesley, Brian, Brett, and Mike. Brian, I want to also indicate to you as well that in February, my mother-in-law lost her purse in the parking lot. And she had called the airport and remembered your name and was very enthused that you took the opportunity to give her your cell phone number and help and assist her find it. And she was very grateful for that, so thank you. But that's all I have.
Did she find her purse?
What's that?
Did she find her purse?
Brian gave it back to her.
All right.
Yeah.
Cash was still in it?
Cash was still there. Yeah.
Should check her credit card.
Yeah, I know, huh?
Okay, Sean.
Same, I'd like to thank you, welcome you guys, thank you guys for all your accomplishments. Appreciate it.
TJ?
Just ditto, heartfelt thank you to all of you. Excellent job.
I've said enough already.
Actually, Mr. Hansick, Mike, and good luck to you. Thank you for your 11 years here. We appreciate that. And good luck to you and many success there at Dallas Love Airfield for you.
Yeah, what's interesting, I talked to Mike earlier and gave him some info on the Dallas airports, but what's interesting, and I know it's difficult for Mr. Parrish, this ends up being a great training ground for future airport executives, and we need to kind of hold on to what we got because we got a good crew here.
Well, that's not something you say when they're all sitting here, you know? It's
Well,
like, well,
they were all expecting a raise, remember? That's
I know, huh?
No.
Yes.
But it's true.
Mr. Hansick, I also want to remind the board about our,
The 25th.
We do have a meeting next Thursday. Chad will be running the meeting, since it's all financial. I will let him do it on the financial services contract. They just got all the bids in, so you guys should be receiving that today.
yes.
So we'll have the package in advance.
Yes.
If you want the hard books, we can provide those. We have electronic copies, but we can provide the hard books if you want those.
I'll be emailing you the electronic copies, but if
Yeah.
you want the hard books, stop by the office.
Okay. With that, meeting's adjourned.